Have you ever thought about running your own online store, but then you picture your garage just piled high with boxes and you think, no way? Well, today, we're going to dive into dropshipping. It's the business model that lets you do exactly that without ever touching a single product. We'll break down how you can launch your very own store right here in the USA.
I mean, that dream is powerful, right? The idea of being your own boss, selling stuff you actually care about, and, building something that's truly yours from the ground up. You see the success stories online, the ideas start to bubble up, and you just think, yeah, I could totally do that.
And then reality kind of kicks in. You start picturing a warehouse, or let's be real, your apartment, overflowing with boxes. You imagine all those late-night trips to the post office, and the huge, scary upfront cost of buying all this inventory that, what if it doesn't even sell? Yeah, that thought alone is enough to stop most people dead in their tracks.
But what if you could have the awesome online store without the messy stockroom? Well, that's pretty much the magic of dropshipping. It's a setup where you are the storefront, you're the curator of cool things, but another company, a supplier, handles all the inventory, all the packing, and all the shipping. It's simple. You sell it, they send it.
Okay, but how does this actually work? How does the money move around? And how does the product get from some warehouse you've never even seen all the way to your customer's front door? Let's follow the journey of one single sale to see how it all clicks together.
So, to make this super real, let's imagine you're selling these really cool vintage travel posters. A customer finds your beautiful website and buys one for $50. Great! That $50 lands in your account. Then you simply take that order, forward it to your supplier, and you pay them their wholesale price. Let's say it's $30. The supplier then takes that poster, packages it up, and ships it directly to your customer. They handle everything.
And that $20 difference? That's your gross profit. You just made $20 without ever having to print a label, find a box, or stand in line at the post office. Your job wasn't logistics. Your job was to be a great marketer and make that sale. That's really the core power of this whole model.
Okay, so the concept makes sense and the appeal is pretty obvious, but how do you go from, just understanding it to actually launching it? Let's get into the actionable blueprint, the 5 essential steps to get you started. It really just boils down to these 5 key things. First, you've got to figure out what you're going to sell. Then you make your business official. After that, you find your suppliers, build your actual online store, and then, the big one, you tell the world you exist. We're going to walk through each one.
Honestly, choosing your niche might be the single most important decision you make. You're looking for that sweet spot, right? A product that solves a real problem or taps into a passionate hobby. And you want to aim for that $20 to $100 price range. Why? Because it's high enough for a good profit margin, but it's still low enough that people might buy it on impulse. And pro tip, small and light is the way to go. It just keeps those shipping costs from eating up all your profit. Next up, the not so fun but super important legal stuff. You could just start as a sole proprietor, it's easy. But here's the catch. With that, there's no legal separation between you and the business. Forming an LLC, on the other hand, creates a protective wall. It's like a legal firewall. It means if, heaven forbid, something goes wrong with the business, your personal assets, your house, your car, your savings, they're safe. It's a huge step for your peace of mind.
Okay, this is absolutely critical for succeeding in the US market. Speed. We've all been trained by Amazon Prime, right? We want our stuff in days, not weeks. That's why finding suppliers based in the USA is a total non-negotiable. You can use platforms like Spocket or Sale.Who to find them. And please, do not skip this step. Always order samples for yourself. You need to see the product quality with your own eyes and test just how fast it actually gets to you.
Your website is literally your entire business. And thankfully, platforms like Shopify make building a gorgeous, professional-looking store surprisingly easy. But the name of the game here is trust. People need to feel safe buying from you. That means having incredible product photos, writing really clear descriptions, and being totally upfront and transparent with your shipping and return policies. Put them right where everyone can see them.
So, since you're not packing boxes, what is your main job? Marketing. This is where you're going to spend most of your time and your energy. You can run really targeted ads on Facebook and Instagram. You can work on your site's SEO so people find you when they search on Google, or you can team up with smaller influencers who already have the trust of the exact audience you're trying to reach. All right, so that's the 5-step framework. Theory is great, but let's see how it all comes together with a real-world example. We'll use the pet wellness niche, which is super popular right now, to make all of this feel a bit more real.
Okay, so imagine your store is called Barkbound. A customer comes to your site and orders an organic chew toy and some of those fancy CBD dog treats. The total for them is $75. You then pay your US-based supplier their wholesale cost, which is $35 for the 2 items, and they ship it all out. So you just made $15 on the toy and another $25 on the treats.
That's $40. A $40 gross profit from just one single customer, one single transaction. Now, stop and imagine that happening 10 times a day, or 20, or 50. All of a sudden, you can really see how powerful and scalable this business model can be.
And this brings us right back to the most important point of all. The real reason our bark-bound customer is happy and probably going to buy from us again is because they got their stuff in just a few days. That fast shipping builds trust, and it drives the repeat business that truly separates a little side hobby from a real, sustainable, successful business.
So there you have it. The framework is there, the tools are more accessible than they've ever been, and the market is absolutely waiting. Starting an online business is more achievable now than at any point in history. So the only real question left is, what are you going to sell?